A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast locations. And with tip.
Kevin, thank you. There is no question that Dallas's Luka Doncic has...
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And the basket is good.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now here's McCollum. Nurkic finds Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Here's Doncic. Good on the bucket. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Damian Lillard. From 6 away, and that one is good.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Now the pass to Lillard. The 3. The shot, no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
And they'll keep possession. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Portland called for the foul. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Off target from outside. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in. And here is Doncic. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Melly is checked in for Cauley-Stein. Richardson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Trailblazers trail by 4. Cullen passes to Simons. Jones tipped back in for 2.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic. Here's Brunson. After Enes Kanter's basket. Richardson kicks to Powell. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. Trailing by 2. McCollum passes to Simons. McCollum feeling it out a bit. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Richardson right side. Passes it to Powell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The rebound by Marjanovic. Dallas leading by 4. Powell, that's good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And here's McCollum for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Outside, Redick. That will count, and so it's Dallas. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. And before the game, we ran into danger.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Robert Covington. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Brunson with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside, Redick. Powell kicks to Brunson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Powell. Redick with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I'll tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
Here's Simons. The feed to Kanter. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Fast break, here we go. Pass to Brunson. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Redick is in the corner. Misses off the right iron. Trailblazers trail by 6.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Great positioning on the putback. Powell's got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Here's Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 6.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
McCollum against Doncic. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks leading by 8. The putback. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. McCollum, no good.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit. Who knows? But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And out of bounds as the Trail Blazers gain possession. Trail Blazers trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And good that time.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Doncic feeling it out. Steps back and fires. Here's Porzingis. And that one is off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Cullen passes to Giles. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Outside, Porzingis. Finney-Smith passes to Cauley-Stein. And it's Hardaway atop the key. Just 5 on the clock.
And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. And the Mavericks over the past couple of years, Shaq, making some great personnel.
Look, they traded up to get Doncic.
That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Dwight Powell really having a great game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Doncic, no good. Portland trailing here. Here's Lillard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Porzingis finds Hardaway. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. And Doncic throws it down.
We call that staying calm, recognizing the situation, and saving the possession. Doncic able to beat the clock.
Lillard scanning the floor. Count it, good. Lillard's got 13 points.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Lillard from outside, and the Trailblazers another three.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make since.
Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
Doncic against Lillard. Out to the right wing. McCollum right side. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick and roll option.
Here's Doncic. He can't get that one to fall. Now Portland takes it the other way. Jones kicks to Lillard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Richardson with it. Pass to Redick. Now here's Covington. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's Simons missing. The Mavericks leading. Shot on the wing. Offensive rebound. Here's Marjanovic. No good there. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Simons. And he gets the whistle. 2. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
2. And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Powell kicks to Redick. Cantor against Marjanovic. Now Powell, 8 points for him. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Second shot opportunity. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. That one goes. Count it. Powell's got 10 points.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
With the shot. No good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Mavericks lead by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Mavericks shooting at a decent 44% clip here. On the floor for Portland, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2 spot. Outside Hardaway. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Kleba slams it in.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Lillard misses.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Lillard from outside makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Simons. True on the 14-footer. Simons has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Brunson scanning the floor, and the layup is good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Lillard outside. But they'll get another chance. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
A nice shot by Melly. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And that one's good. Lillard.
And he's caught fire from long range here in the second half.
And here's Brunson. And the Mavericks call time here.
Start it.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Doncic against Lillard. Here's Porzingis. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 6 rebounds here tonight and is going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
The drive by Doncic. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Wow, Porzingis, no hesitation in the balance of the game. He delivers.
Lillard against Doncic. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Doncic Doncic with it. Second chance effort. Dishes it to CLA Stein. Here's Burke on the wing. Doncic. That shot no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way to tie it up. It drops. A huge shot to tie it up.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now, here's Doncic. Out to Porzingis. Chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And it's the Mavericks to start out. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Lillard from deep three-point land, trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Lillard attacking. Doncic with the block. They get it back. Dallas moving it around. He kicks to CLA Stein. Here's Porzingis. And they call the foul. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Burke in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. Now Burke. Doncic outside. The pass to Porzingis from deep three-point range, and Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's McCollum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
Lillard from outside, but they recover it. Nurkic finds McCollum. Portland no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Doncic outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Passes it to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Lets it go with a three. And Cancer pulls it down.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And here's Doncic, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2 spot. And for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now, here's Doncic. Over Jackson. And it's Doncic missing.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff. Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
George with no one around. That 3 off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
No good from Finney-Smith. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Cousins kicks to George. From the arc, George missing again.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
9 feet out. Here's Cauley-Stein. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Cauley-Stein so explosive around the rim. Hard to defend without fouling.
Cauley-Stein hits them both. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Back to George. Ball's knocked loose. Fast break, Dallas. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Dallas moving it around. Here's Porzingis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
The 3 from George. Mavericks with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis, and he gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Cousins. George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Nelly is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic throws it down.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Here's Zubats. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Clippers trail by 6. Man passes to Morris. To the middle. Zubac kicks to Morris. Porzingis with the ball, and it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic leading the charge. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Zubac finds Leonard. No good on the triple. And the Mavericks with possession. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And it's good for 2. Porzingis has got 6 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Doncic against Leonard. Doncic looking it over. Out to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Off target from three-point range. Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Powell is out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Brunson in at the point guard. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now, here's Kennard. Here's Leonard. Up and in on the layup. Leonard's got his second bucket.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Marjanovic passes to Powell. Richardson outside. Knocked away. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Clippers trail by 4. Zubac, the best of man. Down low. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Redick. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Great setup right there. Calling for the pick and roll. Redick getting the separation he wanted to keep it and convert.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead has got down to 2 as they get the bucket from Kennard.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Powell. Shoots it up, and it's sent back by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Rondo, good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen,
easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Trey Burks checked in for Jalen Brunson. George, no good. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for George, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubas. Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now here's Beverly. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And he's good on the three ball. Kennard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
The pass to Reddick. Back to Burke. Richardson left side. Howell down low. Working on Ibaka. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Beverly dishes to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Batum passes to Beverly. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
And you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league. An absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
Both free throws good from Beverly. 52 seconds left in the first half of the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Doncic.
Well, I love watching Doncic go to work there. Assertiveness is the key, and that's part of why he's so successful.
Pass to Beverly. 26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Feeds it to Ibaka. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Ibaka. Paul George comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Kennard. It's rebounded by Doncic. Kennard against Hardaway. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, what an athlete this Porzingis kid is, man. I tell you, you put the rock anywhere near him, and he's going to throw it down.
Left side, George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got his second basket of the game.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Was it? All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George inviting historic. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Jackson. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. George has got 6. Greg, is a broadcast. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Los Angeles. And Doncic throws it down.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
And George kicks to Cousins. Back to George. The dish now to Cousins. And a lot of contact on that one. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Mavericks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the technical free throw is good.
Boy, Redick has some of the most admirable traits you want to see in any basketball player. His professionalism and work ethic have made him the player he is today.
The Clippers in the lead. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And it's Beverly missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Powell, the pass to Brunson. And it's Marjanovic on top of the key. Shoots over Cousins. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Richardson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Josh Richardson. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here is George. He's got 8. Ibaka, the pass to George. Doncic with the steal. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Outstanding play by Doncic to come up with that steal. His impact, his fingerprints, as a matter of fact, on every part of this game.
Here's George. Shot from a low block. Again, Los Angeles. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 8, and the 3 ball is good. Doncic has got 11.
Let's make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
Beverly finds George. 1:16 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Ibaka. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Cauley Stein passes to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Doncic. And it goes down 2 points.
You know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their game. Deadly from the mid-range.
Now, here's Zubats. Beverly, the pass to Zubats. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 to shoot to the left wing. Here's Mann. That one off the back iron and out. Mavericks leading by 4. Shot and game clock separated by 5.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Like how Beverly takes on challenges. This guy's a pit bull in his competitiveness. Aggressive at shooting over the defense, even when they're all in him.
Doncic right side. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks lead. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Here's Brunson. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Richardson. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now, here's Redick. Here's the 3. It's the three-point bomb.
It's the main strength in Redick's game, his three-point shot. Lethal. This guy is a laser.
Cousins inside. Headed by Porzingis. Porzingis with the block. And Redick, here we go. Richardson outside. Passes to Powell. Over Morris. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, Powell showing you right there that he can play through contact. Very physical and good concentration, too, to get that up and down.
Jackson dishes to Morris. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Porzingis with the block.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Now, Redick. From downtown, it's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Cousins with the bucket.
Hey, DeMarcus Cousins is really an effective guy inside. Give him the ball.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Powell. Back to Porzingis. And Tidy gets the jumper to fall. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Jackson passes to Cousins. The shot off that time. Nice D from Porzingis.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Richardson against Kennard. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Richardson. Hardaway's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Baca comes in for Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Porzingis at the elbow. Shoots over Zubac. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instinct.
Now, here is George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And here is Doncic. There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from the line. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's George. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
1:12 left to play in the final quarter. Doncic outside. To Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. Marcus Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. Here's Doncic. Paul George making his last shot. And Doncic, here we go. Can't get it to go. Now 6 of 12 from the floor.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
Leonard with no one around. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now, here's Doncic. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Michael Porter's out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Bull. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And they call an illegal screen here. And these two teams, Brent, known for playing a more methodical pace. When you think of the elite half-court offenses, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I have a location for you, Kevin. It's Utah. And I have 2 names for you, Stockton and Malone. And how good those guys were, not just in pick and roll, but in overall half-court execution. Man, it was surgical.
Now here's Gordon. 2 free throws coming up, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Porter with it. Pass to Jokic. Over Hardaway. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Murray against Doncic. And the 3 off target. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. And it's Gordon penetrating. And it's Gordon with the finish.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
The pass to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. From deep. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Dallas again missing.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Here's Doncic. It's good.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Outside Gordon. Here's Jokic. Pass to Bull. On the wing, Porter. Clock at 6. Passes it to Jokic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jokic has got his second basket.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Out to Porzingis. And the dunk by Doncic.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Now, here's Jokic. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Jokic has got 6.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Doncic against Murray. And Doncic, here we go.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
This is his first free throw of the game. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Cauley-Stein. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Outside Millsap. Campazzo. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Marjanovic checked in for Nicolo Melli, and he sinks the second.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Now here is McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
So it's the Mavericks now, after the Nuggets pick up 2. McGee with the block, and he's able to get it back. And Marjanovic with the slam. And so Green will bring it up for the Nuggets. They're leading by 8. There's the pass to Dozier. 24. Oh!
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight. Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Dozier can't get it to go.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. We recently checked in with
the mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
They've got Marjanovic. Powell is out there with Josh Richardson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Redick in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in.
Come on.
Mavericks trail by 8. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Here's Brunson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
He hits the second from the line. Denver leading by 9. Morris passes to Dozier. Back to Morris. Takes the 3. The offensive rebound. Here's McGee. That one goes in. McGee's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Cauley-Stein. Dallas, no good that time either. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Dozier. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Nuggets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. The first free throw is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Hardaway. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Green. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. The Nuggets leading by 10. And here is Murray. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And that one, good. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. The Mavericks rebound. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Nuggets now. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Outside, Porter. Jokic passes to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Gordon's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the half. And Doncic gets it to go.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Jokic. Pulls up on the elbow, and he knocks down the jumper. Jokic has got 8 points.
That's a pretty smooth release for a 6'10" center on the perimeter.
Doncic against Murray. Cauley-Stein kicks to Hardaway. Doncic left side. Count that bucket.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Now Murray. Outside Gordon. Now here's Murray. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 10 points for him.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Denver came ready to play. They staged a good old-fashioned ambush, going on an aggressive 9-0 run at the... And that's...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, Cole is out there with Gordon, then it's Porter, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Murray in a point guard. Outside Gordon. Over Richardson. And it's Gordon missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And stolen by Bull. Porter with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. They get the rebound. Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Well, Jokic is big, Jokic is long, and he does a great job there of corralling that ball and taking advantage of his length.
Brunson against Murray. Brunson, no good. The Nuggets leading by 13. Murray left side. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Murray fearless on that drive right there, not worried at all about the contact.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. And he gets it to go. Marjanovic has got 6. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Rivers. Here's Millsap. Takes it from 10. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, Jokic getting up there to the rim. Teammates love to see him doing that.
Doncic feeling it out. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
On the wing, Hardaway. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Dozier kicks to Morris. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Dozier. Shot clock at 5, and the wide open shot from Green. No good with the triple.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now. I mean, he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And Doncic, here we go.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul it.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. All 3 throws good from Doncic. Here's Morris. Outside Millsap. Back to Morris. There's the triple. Misses. And so it's Denver with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 16. Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's good, 2 points.
And you can see Porzingis, a great job as a big to run the floor and help get that 3.
Morris with the ball. Porter kicks to Morris. Right side, Green. That shot off, and the Mavericks going the other way now.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And again, Denver no good.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And here is Morris. Murray outside. On the wing, Green. 5 on the clock. Misses the 3.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting him rip.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Bull the pass to Murray. Doncic against Morris. Fires the 3. And again, Denver no good. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Bull. JaVale McGee comes in for Jermichael Green. And Gordon subbed in for Monte Morris. And it's Doncic missing. Denver leading by 10. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Richardson outside. Back to Brunson. Redick against Porter. And Redick kicks to Marjanovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shoots from the elbow. Oh, offensive interference. Nuggets have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Here's Murray up on top. Brunson covering to end the cold streak, and Jokic slams it in.
It's amazing how much the evolution of Jokic has helped evolve the offense that's around him. A fearless player who feels like he can go up and match up against anybody in the league.
Here's Brunson. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Denver leading by 12. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Porter passes to McGee. Back to Porter. Murray with it. Brunson covering. Murray against Brunson. McGee with no one around. Nice open look, but it's no good. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Dallas, no good that time either. Denver's shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Nuggets.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And you know, looking back in all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jokic.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
And the rejection by Marjanovic.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. So the Nuggets win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. The Dallas Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Giles is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the two-guard spot. Now here's Lillard. And there's the pass to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got the game going with his first points of the game for Portland. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
Doncic, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Portland with the ball. Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Powell. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Out to Doncic. Back to Porzingis, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Doncic against Lillard. Inside. Good on the shot.
I like to see this. Lillard patient, reading the D. He finds the open man.
And here is Doncic. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Lillard surveying the D. Count it.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 4. From deep. It doesn't go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Powell. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
Anthony's checked in for Portland. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Doncic finds Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. Passes it to Finney-Smith. 5 to shoot. The dish to Cauley Stein. Can't get it to fall. And Willie Cauley Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Harry Giles is checked in for Anthony. Then for the Mavericks, Melly is checked in for Willie Cauley Stein. Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Nurkic. Here's Jones. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Melly. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. Hardaway is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Here's Doncic. Pass to Hardaway. Beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Powell with it. Back to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
The D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
Doncic looking it over. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Nurkic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Giles, the pass to Nurkic. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Porzingis. Nurkic can't hit. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Cantor's checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for Jones. Now, here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And showing he's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Doncic's handles are very impressive.
Lillard from outside buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 9 points.
He's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving fits out there.
Hardaway dishes to Doncic. Banked in off the glass. 6 points for him.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps off.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead by 3. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. If you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Dallas shooting their first free throw of the contest. And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Got to respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
Now here's Brunson, guarded closely. Hollis-Jefferson with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lobs it up for Anthony. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Now Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. The pass to Reddick. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
McCollum outside. Pass to Anthony. Back to McCollum. 17-foot shot on the way. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Anthony leading the charge. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For the Trailblazers, Harry Giles is checked in for Enes Kanter. Derek Jones comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Powell in for C.J. McCollum. Then for the Mavericks, Nicolo Melli comes in for Marjanovic, and Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. Here's Simons. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Harry Giles. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Derek Jones. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicolo Melli. J.J. Redick's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers score. 1:29 left in the first half. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Doncic outside. The Mavericks rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
You see the length helping Cauley Stein right there? I mean, that's what allows him to be a factor on the boards.
Here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Lets it go from deep. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trail by 6. Down low. Hardaway trying to free himself up. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist from Hardaway.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Now, here's Lillard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. This has done a lot for his shooting percentage.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Harry Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Jones checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Off target from outside.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Jones finds Powell. The 9-foot shot. Lays it up off the glass. Giles has got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Porzingis. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Back to Powell. Lillard outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Now here's Jones. Here's Giles over Hardaway, and he could not get. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Free throw good, Giles. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 7-point differential. Up top, Marjanovic. Back to Brunson. A three-pointer, no good. And for the Trailblazers, their shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. McCollum finds Nurkic. Back to McCollum over Redick. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. McCollum's got 10 points in the game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Brunson with a clean look. Nailed from three-point land.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Lillard's not going to let you get away with that. He wants those 3 points back, and he gets it quick.
Brunson the pass to Redick. Here's Marjanovic. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Two minutes into the second half of play now.
I got yours.
Redick surveying the D. Fires the three. Another three for Dallas.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Lillard against Brunson. Lillard the pass to Giles. Kicks it out to Lillard. McCollum outside. No good from outside. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Powell. He gets that one.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Here is Lillard. He's got 15. Passes it to Giles. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, Powell pulls it in. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. And Portland making a change here. Jones is checked in. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Nicolo Melli. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Richardson.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
McCollum. Porzingis with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that
whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum against Hardaway. And the basket by McCollum.
Oh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Doncic outside. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Jones. And now they decide to foul intentionally. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
76% from the line a season ago.
And the leap McCollum has taken has been remarkable. From little used reserve his first 2 years to star scorer. Are you kidding me?
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. For the three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Doncic against McCollum. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Doncic with it. 12 points for him. With 4 seconds on the clock, and Anthony sends it back. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. They've got McCollum. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. A different look now for Portland. Cantor comes in for Jones. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Norman Powell. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thank you, David. Brunson scanning the floor. Redick inside the line, and Cantor pulls it down.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
To the paint. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
McCollum passes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Ring shot on the way. The shot that time not on target. Mavericks trail by 12. Richardson finds Powell. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, he's an underrated playmaker. I mean, I think Richardson's team-first approach is huge for the rest of his squad.
Here's Simons. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for J.J. Redick. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Kleber kicks to Brunson. Clock at 4. No good there with the step back J. Portland leading by 10. Lillard outside. Shoots over Brunson. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely on fire.
Pass to Hardaway. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. The pass to Kleber. Now here's Brunson. Here's Finney-Smith. The 3-ball. And the rebound by Nurkic. And they go to the intentional foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Billy Cauley-Stein comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
A pick-and-roll master. You got to respect how decisive Lillard is. I mean, he often makes great decisions.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Yep, that one goes in there.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mavericks trail by 12. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. Doncic trying to get open. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And just wanting it more there. You got to like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. Pass to Giles. Outside, Jones. Over in the corner, Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
The shot's good.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Portland.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Lillard fires away from way outside. The long distance three is buried. And the Trailblazers lead by 12. Doncic outside. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That'll be his second foul of the game. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now McCollum. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they You're looking live and down at the... And let's...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Doncic. Clock at 6. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And Doncic is right there.
Tell you what, guys, I don't think you ever have to question Doncic's effort level. He attacks the glass and the game all the same.
Here is Ibaka. George finds Zubac. Outside Leonard puts up a 3. Doncic against George. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
All set. Now Jackson following the Porzingis miss from deep. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Here's Zubats. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Leonard. The Mavericks making the shot. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Pull up Jay. In deep. Cauley Stein drops it in. Cauley Stein's got his second bucket.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Here's George. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Richardson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Brunson. Pass to Richardson. From the baseline. The rebound by Ibaka.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Takes it out to Leonard from past the arc. Mann passes to Leonard. Jacks up a three. Sinks the triple.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Doncic outside. The tray. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Porzingis can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 4. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Cauley Stein. And it's Burke in for Jalen Brunson. He had a nice open look right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Doncic. Sinks it after the cagey pump fake.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Cousins back to Batum. And here's Kennard. To the inside. Shoots over Burke. Kennard finds Cousins. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for Luka Doncic. 23 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Burke. Kennard covering. Brunson no good. Batum scanning the floor. Puts one up from 19. Kennard kicks to Batum. A three from Morris.
Well, Richardson's quickness really makes him a tough defender. He's just all over you.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young.
This game, it's.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
We've got Luke Kennard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now, here's Kennard. Here's man. Back to Zubac. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Richardson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, I like the mindset of Richardson here. Not settling for the jump shot.
Kennard with the ball. There's the dish to Morris. Back to Kennard. The pass to Zubac. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Brunson against Rondo. Here's Finney-Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. For 3, Richardson. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made one of them. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And he makes that one.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Zubac, that's good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Brunson. Passes it to Richardson. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Now Rondo. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Rondo against Brunson. And the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Now here's Rondo. High post, Zubac. Shot clock at 5. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Richardson. Here's Powell. No good. Shot missing. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Outside for Rondo. Morris outside. 1:07 left in the second quarter. There's 3 pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Brunson, good.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And here's Kennard. Pass to man. Back to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Man passes to Zubac. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. It's a 3-point game. 26 seconds left in the first half. Dallas moving it around. 8 feet away. The shot by Powell, no good. One-on-one here. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. 7 seconds left in the second quarter. From deep, George. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end. And that...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. Los Angeles leading by 3. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Now here is Hardaway, following the miss by Porzingis. Out to Hardaway. Pass to Finney Smith. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Doncic.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season, was coming off an injury, and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back. And guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
Now here is George. He's got 5, and he gets the whistle. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. Ibaka, no luck.
Well, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Takes a 3. Cauley Stein. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Nobody near George. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's Cauley Stein. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's George. 5 points in the game, and that one drops for him. George has got 7.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
Doncic outside. Drops in the tray. Doncic has got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Back to Cousins. Kicks it out to Leonard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 5 points in the game.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Hardaway finds Doncic. Richardson outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Leonard. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. And the pass to Hardaway. Ibaka comes with the double team. And the shot is good.
And, you know, we talk a lot about confidence right there. Porzingis showed plenty of it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Cousins kicks to Leonard. Back to Cousins. On the wing, George. Over Doncic. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson has the open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. Clippers lead by... And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. The Mavericks trailing. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Ibaka. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the 3. And stolen by Burke. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Powell. And it's in there. And the Mavericks lead by 1. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
6 on the shot clock. Passes to man. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Ibaka, no luck. Here's Zubac, banked in off the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Brunson with it. Pass to Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. And so it's Dallas with it. They trail by 1. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got his first 2 points. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Rondo, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Powell kicks to Brunson. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Powell.
I like the shot selection there of Powell. A capable scorer, in my opinion, folks.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
And the Mavericks call time here. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
1:57 left in the fourth. Over in the corner, Cousins. Beverly, Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
The three from George. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul. Mavericks leading by 3. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Doncic outside. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. Leonard kicks to Cousins. Beverly dishes to Cousins. The three from George. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
The shot by Redick, no good. Porzingis with the steal. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And there's Redick. That's good on the assist from Cauley Stein.
They get the points they need as Redick shows just how cold-blooded he can be. JJ has the bench up and going crazy with that one.
George passes to Ibaka. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And back in 08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And Hardaway gets it to go.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
Outside Leonard. Fires from deep. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's... 2K Sports brings you the end. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. They've got Porzingis. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, they've got Jamal Murray. Cole is out there with Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the shooting guard position. And that one's good. Doncic. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound. I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss. That's a big target in Porzingis, but he delivers.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. 4-point game. On the wing, Porter. Murray with it. Out defended by Cauley Stein. Murray, no good.
Yeah, it's better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Cauley Stein passes to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. There's the dish to Hardaway. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Murray. And again, Denver, no good. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason. And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Porter. Shoots over Doncic. Porter, no luck. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, here's Finney-Smith. The shot, no good. And Denver the other way now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Porzingis with the rebound. Now the Mavericks with it. It's been 10 unanswered points. Hardaway passes to Finney-Smith. Cauley Stein scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Now, here's Doncic. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Doncic has got 5 now.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Porter against Hardaway. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
But they get it back. Doncic against Murray. Doncic outside. Tries again. Porzingis can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 13. Hardaway with the steal. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bull. Rivers comes in for Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Green, he's checked in for Denver. Will Barton comes in for Aaron Gordon. Here's Morris. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Morris has got it back down to single digits for the Nuggets. Morris against Brunson. And he banks in the layup.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Brunson the pass to Marjanovic.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Melly in at the 4. Barton dishes to Green. Back to Barton. Fires for 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's Melly. That 3 off the mark.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Picked his pocket. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. The Nuggets trail by 13. Ball stolen. The shot by Kleber, wide open. Good on the three-point shot.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Now the pass to Dozier. Here's McGee. Basket good. Mavericks leading by 14. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Brunson kicks to Kleber. Here's Powell. This one for 3. Millsap grabs the miss. And an intentional foul right there. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Millsap passes to Dozier. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Now Brunson. Pass to Redick. Marjanovic against Millsap. Lock at 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas. And the dunk by Bull.
Now, sometimes there's passes and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
Dallas leading by 12. Doncic outside. And they double up Doncic. It's Powell on the wing. Dallas again missing. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Doncic against Murray. And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball used. Oh! Look out about that finish. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Doncic feeling it out. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Doncic has got 8.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Murray kicks to Rivers. Powell, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Everything's fallen into place, and we'll see if they can keep it going. And we'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this. From the get-go, it was Dallas who came out strong, looking absolutely unstoppable. And that...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Jokic is out there at Bol. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then there's Murray. And it's Porter. And at the two-guard spot, that's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Murray, good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And here is Doncic. He's got 8. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. Outside Hardaway. Porzingis trying to get free. Hardaway, no good. The Nuggets trail by 15. And stolen by Cauley Stein. There's the 3. No good that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Bol. Basket counts. Bol's got his second basket of the game.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Finney-Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Cauley Stein passes to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
How about the touch from Porzingis, demonstrating just how comfortable he is operating in that area of the floor.
And the dunk by Bol.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Got a piece of it. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Porter's running. Intercepted. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Wide open look here for Cauley Stein. No good on the three. The Nuggets trail by 13. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. Jermichael Green comes in for Bull. Will Barton, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And Morris subbed in for Murray. The Mavericks also with a sub. Brunson's checked in. Dallas leading by 13. Launches a three. Green with the rebound. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And then for Dallas, Melly is checked in for Willie Cauley Stein. And it's Richardson in for Hardaway. Porzingis against Millsap. And the layup's good off the glass.
You can see how comfortable Millsap is right now. His confidence growing.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. To the middle. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And that's dunked by Porzingis.
Porzingis finishing strong that time. No doubt about that one.
1:14 left to play here in the third. Rivers kicks to Millsap. Barton outside. Morris outside. Back to Green. From the low block. That misses off the backboard. It's stolen by Green. Millsap finds Green. Millsap trying to get open. Count it.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Mavericks leading by 11. Brunson with it. Passes it to Porzingis. And it's Denver with the rebound. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Nicole O'Malley. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Brunson kicks to Marjanovic. 17 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is...
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Doncic. And it's Brunson in at the point. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Bull pulls it down. The Nuggets trail by 11. Here's Gordon. That one falls.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Doncic, and that one good. And the Mavericks lead by 11. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. Count it.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Now, here's Bull. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got rebound number 5 here tonight, and so they foul intentionally. And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull, and it's Michael Porter in for Monte Morris. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic outside. Pass to Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., you can see he's got good foundational form for a three-point shot. Consistency would help. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Doncic against Gordon. Doncic outside. 6 to shoot. A pass to Porzingis. He doesn't hit that one.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Dallas leading by 10. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Outside Hardaway. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, that's a patented move, I think, for Porzingis. Excellent with the catch and shoot.
And a wide open look for Porter. Doncic with the steal. Now Hardaway. There's the pass to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Hardaway from outside. That shot is off. And the Nuggets going the other way.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Mavericks.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and a wrecking ball on both ends.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. .36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 32 seconds left in the game. Doncic outside. Here's the lob to the hoop, and Marjanovic with the slam.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
The Nuggets with another miss. Here's Melly. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.